Thomas, Percy, and the Missing Equipment, Part 6, the final part. One day, Thomas, Percy, the Flying Scotsman were at the new building site of the new Sodor Raceway that Sonic and Knuckles were building. The control tower had been built, the raceway was still underway. It just needed to be concreted by a steamroller, an ordinary steamroller. Thomas and Percy, who had been called by Sonic and Knuckles to celebrate their victory of finding the missing trucks. Then the Fat Controller arrived. Oh, Sonic and Knuckles, I had heard that you and Thomas and Percy and the Flying Scotsman had found the missing cars. Yes, we have, sir, said Sonic, but we could have not done it without Eggman for helping us. Oh, that's right, Sonic. Happy to help, right, Dieselton? Indeed, Eggman, indeed. Yes. And speaking of that, Dieselton and Eggman, he said, I'm very pleased with you. What you did was heroic. Thank you very much for all the hard work. And it did make up, and you, despite that, after being very rude to Thomas and Percy a couple months ago, that made up to them to be nice. I'm very proud of you. Thank you, sir, said Dieselton. Yes, thank you, said Eggman. Good. Now, if you need me, I'll be going. But before he could, he had a thought. Now, let me get this straight. Didn't Tails send an engine to take the train? Yes, we did, sir, said Sonic. But before Sonic could finish, Tails interrupted. Yes, sir. I sent James to take the train, but he refused. The Fat Controller paused. Is that true, Tails? He asked. Yes, sir. I asked James to go to the mainland to pick up those trucks. Whoever's stolen it, I told him to go pick it up since I found it, but he refused to do it. The Fat Controller stared. Do you mean to say that James was being his pouty ways again? He asked. I'm afraid so, sir. The engines had told me about the time where James was boasting too much and bumping his passengers, and you scolded him to be in the shed. Ah, I see. Sounds like you already told Tails about that story, huh, James? James was embarrassed, but he didn't say any more. Not my fault, he said. It is your fault, said James. The Fat Controller said. You should have listened to Tails' orders. And for that, you can go pick it up right now. To pick up the next building materials for the next story that will be coming up very soon, but not gonna mention it. Yes, James hissed away, grumbling as he went. And Thomas and Percy, since you guys been so busy, it's been really busy on the branch line, I think I'm just gonna give you guys some days off. Since you guys been busy working hard with Sonic and Knuckles solving mysteries, I think I should give you guys some break. Thank you, sir, said Thomas. Yes, thank you. Then the Fat Controller turned to Flying Scotsman. I heard you have been helping out with the 2 tank engines. I'm very proud of you. I should tell you, Owner, that you've been doing very well in Sodor. Thank you, sir, said the Flying Scotsman. I was happy to help. Then he turned to Sonic and Knuckles. Now, Sonic and Knuckles, Is there any other building materials that you need to finish off this raceway? Actually, sir, I think we're pretty well done. What do you mean? Well, I was just thinking the raceway builds the railway tracks instead. You see that building over there? That's the control tower where me and Knuckles will be at. I see. That's the control tower where we control everything. Okay then. What else you need? Other than that. I think that's it, sir. Alright then. Just want to make sure, because I got a lot of things if you need it. I think we're good, sir. But thank you, though. Right, Knuckles? I agree more with you, Sonic, said Knuckles. I think we're good. But we could use some benches. Alright, then I'll send the workman to do that right away. Right away then, sir, said Sonic. Thank you. You're welcome, Sonic. Oh, and Happy New Year soon, he said. Happy early New Year. Oh, yes, indeed, sir. The engines remembered that the New Year's was coming. I wonder what surprises the New Year's gonna bring us for the fan series. But I'm afraid I can't spoil the next story. But anyways, the engines and Team Sonic worked very hard together. And Eggman and Diesel 10 felt very proud. They knew that the steam engines were not so bad after all, but ever since they worked together, all that mattered was they team up, win for victory. And Eggman spoke up. Thomas, I have an idea, he said. What's your idea, Eggman? Or Doctor? Eggman chuckled. Well, I'm not really a doctor, but I have an idea for you, he said. How would you like to visit my lair sometime? He asked. Well, it'd be an honor, but there's no railway tracks to your lair. You're certainly right, but, he said, I can clearly make some tracks for you guys, he said. With your guys' help, we can probably do it. Yes, said Diesel 10. It'll be easy, trust me. Besides, you have a good Diesel here who will help put the tracks down with my claw. You're quite right there, Diesel 10. You're quite right there. Anyways, I think we should do that. Don't you agree? Yes, indeed. When can we start that? I don't know, I say sometime in the new year, Eggman replied. Yeah, you know, because the new year, we need to let the new year start, and once the new year starts, we can start construction. Alright then. Sounds like a plan. As long as the Fat Controller's alright with it. What is that, Thomas? He asked. Thomas told his idea for Eggman. Right with you, Thomas. I'll send workmen right away to help with it as well. Thank you, sir. You're very welcome, Thomas. If you need me, it's time for me to go to bed now. I mean, it is a late time for me now. Good night, engines. And you all were very useful. Except for James, though. Tell him that I said that you are going to stay in the shed for 2 days. He walked away. Will do, sir. Make sure James stays in the shed, Sonic, the Fat Controller said to Sonic. Of course, sir. If I see James leaving, I'll sternly tell him to leave. I think you should ask Tails to do that, chuckled Knuckles. Seems like Tails enjoyed that a lot. when he gets mad at James. You're quite right there, Knuckles. You're quite right there. The engines all whistled, and Sonic the Hedgehog and Knuckles the Echidna, Thomas the Tank Engine, Percy the Small Engine, the Flying Scotsman, Dr. Eggman, Dr. Eggman, Diesel 10, and Dr. Eggman felt really useful indeed.